Hello, bonjour, buenos dias, namaste, hajime mashite, ni hao, assalamu alaikum. Everybody out there in the internet, welcome to Chat with Tekken for July 2022. Um, Before I start, corrections at the beginning, or there's like one correction at the beginning. So I said last time, um, I was like talking about the whole like Roe v. Wade thing, and like at the end, in like the IRL segment or something, or at some point I was talking about it, and then I said something about let's see, like I was like talking about like an amendment as opposed to codify, which I should have said. So like I should have said codify Roe as opposed to make an amendment. And then like to codify something, it just has to be passed in the House and the Senate in like normal order, and it becomes like a binding law or resolution or whatever. But let's see. And then besides that, I mentioned something about stuff set to private, and then like the full ticket experience, and I meant making my likes public, which you can't anymore. So I didn't know that was a thing. So I can't even make my likes public. So yeah, I mean, I could like make like a there's like a way to do it where you basically just like make a duplicate playlist that's like all the stuff that you like, and then you put it into that playlist. But it's like that's not really worth the effort. That would be like a ton of videos, and that would take a. I mean, I could do it over time, but it's like, I might, but I might not, because it's just like, what's the point if it's not an automated system that's like super easy to use. But continuing on to the overview, and I actually have my notes good to go this time, so it's actually like been updated. So here we go. I'm not just going off the outline, but yeah. So Chango Tekken, if you don't know, is basically three things. I have the main things I talk about. So it's like views I'm working on for the channel, change the stuff on the channel, IRL stuff, and then under videos I'm working on, there's subcategories: playthroughs and streams, vlogs, DIY do-it-yourself stuff, how-tos and other stuff I might be making for the channel. And the other two categories don't have subcategories because they are things that happened or didn't with anecdotes and asides sprinkled in. They can go off the rails here. Um, so let's start with videos I'm working on. So I'm currently playing Bloodshore. Well, I'm not currently playing it. I played through it. It'll be going up soon. I streamed it on Twitch. I got like the worst ending probably. It was pretty bad. I don't plan on replaying it on stream. It was kind of weird playing it just because it's like a FMV game with like actual like people acting and stuff. So but there's like a lot of gun violence, so it was kind of like weird playing it because it just felt like odd, or not odd, but just like just tonally off. So I was like probably not gonna revisit that. I'll play it off stream, but it's like I'm not streaming it again anytime soon. I'll just keep the one playthrough and ending I got, and that's that. Um, and then Final Fantasy 14, I'm working my way through B-Stripe quests, so videos of that will be going up occasionally, and they have been. So as I'm getting through that, but there's a bunch of stuff to do in that game, and I'm just trying to like make my way through it. So as I'm doing that, I'll eventually upload like stuff as I'm getting through it. I haven't done any of the new MSQ stuff because there's a new patch out for that, but I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it. I kind of want to do all the side stuff that I haven't done. That way I can have all the side stuff done, and then not have to worry about any of the well, maybe not all of it, because there's still this stupid effing like Eureka and Pagos and stuff, and that's gonna take forever. And then the other one like that, I think it's in Shadowbringers, the effing the giant battle thing. But so um I might hold off on those, or just like do them, and then once they're done, like edit them and upload them like on the PlayStation itself with like share button stuff, but not like worry about getting it uploaded before I go back to the MSQ. Um, let's see what else. Stray, I've been playing that. I'm not done with it. I need to, yeah, I need to finish that up and then get it on the channel. So while it's still relevant, I feel like I missed my window because I played the first part, or not the first part, but I played like a bit, and I didn't play it this week. So I'm still trying to like get back into the groove as far as like now that I'm like working and my time to play stuff is like kind of not what it was like the 2 years of quarantine, or like even like the year before that when I took a break from work. So it's like it's just flux right now. GTA 5 online. I was considering playing through the street racing storyline, but not sure if it's worth the time. Cause I don't know, man. The only reason I was like considering it is because I know it's a popular game, so it would probably get views. But then it's like this is kind of like if I feel like it's like a waste of time because it's like I I only got it because like the $10 upgrade thing, and I know I'd probably want to revisit it before GTA 6 comes out. Um, but yeah, as far as because there's stuff to do in like I think like I don't think I have any of the GTA stuff on my channel because it's like it's Rockstar's pretty aggressive with their content ID on that game, on that series, like just for all their stuff. So it's like it's not really worth the trouble. So that's why I'm like, well, I might play like the GTA 5 online stuff. 'Cause I think I might have like better luck with that. But then it's like, is it really worth the time or the effort, or if it's like not really like as good as like the single player stuff, like why even bother? Or if it's just like 'cause I haven't played it, so I'm not sure like what's up with it. So I'm not even sure if it's like a thing that's like, does it even have an ending, or is it just like, because it's on an online mode, is it just like something that you just play forever and you just grind forever for like currency and stuff, and there's no end to it. So it's like, what's the point? Like, I don't know. I might not. I guess I'll look into it and then like maybe, but then if there's like an actual ending to like the storyline, but it's like there's like other stuff I'd rather be playing if it's just like another online racing mode. I mean, I find that appealing because I like racing games, but it's like I could be playing other stuff with that, like the time I'm sitting doing that. So maybe not. Um, and then I have a project I want to do for Jet Set Radio where I play through it and I unlock all the graffiti souls and I get Jet on all of the stages, and then I unlock Goji Rokuku and Pots and like all the hidden characters. So just like completely unlock everything because I've got it on my did I come out on 360? 360, yeah. And then since I have it, since last time I did get a Series X, so I've got that. So it's backwards compatible and it has streaming functionality. So all the digital stuff. It's basically like the Series S, but it's like more beefier and more specs wise, more power. So yeah, shouldn't have any bottlenecks. And then also has a disk drive, so I can play all my old backwards compatible games more easily than I couldn't do it on Series S unless I bought it digitally, and I wasn't going to rebuy all my games. And I was like, pfft. So now that I've got the Series X, I can just put them in the disk tray, and then it's like, haha, I can stream it because it's got Twitch built in. So on like the 360, I can just boot it up, go to Twitch, and then stream it through the app. So look forward to that. Actually, that's in the next section. I'm getting ahead of myself like I always do. But so there's that, and then I have a super secret project I will put out at the end of August. So look forward to that. I'm not gonna say what it is or give any what's the word? Any clues or whatever. So it's gonna be a super secret project going up at the end of August, hopefully. And look forward to that. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, playthroughs and streams. So Star Ocean: The Last Hope. I just realized something. I should have mentioned it as far as like, oh, I'm in my new apartment, but obviously I'll get to that in the IRL section. And like, obviously you can tell like, oh, this is a different room than the basement you were in for 2 years. Anyway, playthroughs and streams. So yeah, Star Ocean: Last Hope is on the back burner. I'll come back to it when I feel like it, because I just didn't. I wasn't enjoying it, and I didn't feel like going back to it. So it's like I'll go back to it when I go back to it. It's now on the long list of all the games I've like never not finished when I started to play through. Oh no, like I'll get to that too. Anywho, But yeah, Star Ocean Last Hope is on the back burner now, and I don't know when I'm coming back to it. But moving on. Like I said earlier, I'm playing through Stray. Hopefully, I finish it soon. After that, I'm going to try to play through a bunch of shorter backlog games because this year I wanted to play through a bunch of JRPGs, but the way my time is now, it's not happening. So it's like that's not in the cards, and that's scrapped. Astria Ascending and other Game Pass stuff, more recent stuff. So instead of alternating between JRPGs and shorter backlog games, just focus on shorter backlog games, which is what I just said. At least until I get back in the groove with my work schedule. So yeah, I have this in my notes here, but I already said it, so I'm repeating stuff. Sorry. Let's continue. Not a lot coming out this year, so maybe eventually get back to games I started out but didn't finish, like Disco Elysium, which is what I recently said with the whole, Star Ocean, since that one's on the back burner now, so added to the list of all the games I haven't finished, and then I would like to revisit some of those or just get back to finishing them, but, I feel like once I'm through with Stray, I want to, like, hope this is, like, the first in, like, a long line of, like, getting through games and just, like, playing them, seeing the credits roll, and being like, alright, I finished the game, because I've, like, not been too good with that lately, and I was on a roll, so, before I kind of got, what's the word? Where I was playing through Yakuza and it kind of like slowed me down, but then I kind of moved on, and then I just, I messed up or didn't mess up anything, but, I just moved to different stuff and didn't really keep knocking them out. But yeah. Like I said, not a lot coming out this year, because I think, well, I said this last Chima Tekken, but like God of War Ragnarok's like the only other big game, I believe, for the rest of the year. There's some like medium-sized games, like there's the wow, I love how I never have like my effing PlayStation app open to like have my wish list. I did last time, but there's that Valkyrie game, Valkyrie Elysium, Theofield Chronicles. There's like some medium-sized stuff like JRPGs and stuff like that. But that's not like a like, or like there's no like AAA first-party Microsoft Xbox stuff. I don't even know if there's any Nintendo stuff, but it doesn't matter because I don't have a Switch. Um, so it's like there's no like really huge ginormous games of like for like the rest of the year to be looking forward to besides Ragnarok, unless there's like a surprise announcement sometime. I mean, I guess is a Crisis Core remake this year or next year? Because I guess that would be this year if it's this year, but I'm not. Isn't that this year? Because like next summer is Advent or not Advent Children Part 2, but Final Fantasy remake Part 2, like, or reunion or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, that's I might be wrong on that, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, there's not a lot of big games coming out, so like everything on my game list I have for effing. Well, I guess I'll show that real quick if I can find it. But basically everything since the launch on PS5 I've been able to pick up and play that I was looking forward to. I haven't finished it all because Stray, and then also God of War's not out yet. I mean, with the exception of Little Devil Inside, I think everything else is basically I've picked it up or I've played it. So I'm just waiting on Little Devil Inside and God of War Ragnarok, and then everything else is good to go, and then I can finally update this list with stuff that's 2023 and going forward. So we've got Miles Morales, DMC5, Stray, Kena, Solar Ash, Hitman 3, Little Devil Inside, Horizon Forbidden West, Pathless, Sifu, Gran Turismo 7, and God of War Ragnarok. So the only two on here, like I said, are God of War Ragnarok and Little Devil Inside that have not come out yet, or I haven't, everything else I've played or gone through. So yeah, I think Solar Ash I didn't finish. It's on the channel though. And then DMC5, I haven't played the PS5 version on stream, or I haven't restreamed it because I already played the PS4 version. I wasn't sure like how the save would work in that game. Like wow, can't talk. If you would get to keep your save data, or you've had to start from zero. So, but that's like one of my favorite games of last gen. So I do want to replay it just to play it on PS5. And I did actually just pick up a 4K TV finally too, so I can finally, you know, I guess I haven't played Pathless yet, but yeah, I can finally like play. I might jump back to some of these and like play them off stream just to see them in 4K and experience them in the full HD goodness. But like I was saying, since God of War Ragnarok is like the last big game this year, and then besides that, it's the Devil Inside. Everything else is out, well, with the exception of the Square Enix stuff that's 2022 that I'm looking forward to. But those are like not like AAA, top tier priorities for me. I'll still pick them up though. But like I also said, JRPGs are kind of not gonna. I don't think I have the time. I'll still pick them up just to, like, 'cause the pre-order bonuses are pretty good for them. At least the Valkyrie Elysium one, I believe you get the PSP remake. Though I think you might. Well, they said it's like you can buy it standalone as well, but then the pricing on it, who knows, right? So we'll see. Um, but just in general, not a lot coming out. So that's 2 games for the rest of the year for sure, which is God of War and Little Devil Inside. I'm sorry to keep repeating that. And Gotham Knights, I will probably get, but I'm not 100% on it. So I'm gonna get it, but it's like if I it's like I want to wait for reviews, but it's like I also just want to. I don't know, man. It's like I think I'm gonna wait for reviews on that one because it's just it does it. I mean, it doesn't look rough. It looks okay. It's just it's not. It doesn't have the free flow combat system, and it's an action RPG, but they haven't really emphasized that element of the game. So I'm not really sure how it's gonna come into focus here when it's launching and it's got all these things going on about it, and it's like, but is it really good? It's also kind of a mess as far as like it takes place after Arkham Knight, but it's not part of the Arkham Knight universe. But then it's a whole yeah, and then there's like a animated thing coming out, but it's not related to that project at all. So it's just this weird. It's like it's in its weird own like weird space where it's not really. If there's no connective tissue to like any of the other projects that it should be related to, and it's just its own thing. But I'm still excited about it. I'm hopefully optimistic, but I'm also cautiously optimistic because it's like it could be a mess, and there's so many after Cyberpunk, it's just like any game can launch broken and just be complete trash at launch. So it's like hopefully it's not that. And it's like because of that, it's like do I really want to bother picking it up day one? Is it worth the risk? So yeah. But then because I'm employed again, it's like, oh, I can afford to, so whatever. Like, I was gonna buy it anyway, so why not buy it, right? That's my new thing. It's like, well, it's not my new thing. It's like, it's like, yeah, I can go back to like the whole 1 game a month thing, but it's like I don't need I'm kind of like beyond that, where it's like I don't need any games. Like, so it's like if there's like nothing coming out, I won't be like, oh, I should pick something up just to get like a game a month. It's just like, okay, well, I've I've like okay, I don't have enough. I don't have a wow. I cannot talk. I don't know if I have enough games to like play until I die, but I have like enough games for like 5 to 10 years easily. So it's like it's not like I need to buy any. So and then with Game Pass and effing the PlayStation, uh, whatever the F it's called now, the new version of Plus, even though I don't have the game catalog tier, like you can just sub for those and then not have to worry about buying games at all for like an entire year, and it's like you're good. So it's just yeah, it's weird. Like it's a weird wild wild west situation where it's like new frontier of like game catalogs and game libraries and not having to buy games when they come out because there's always something else to play, or there's like new stuff coming out every day, and it's like added to like a catalog or a library. You just subscribe to it, and then you don't have to worry about whatever's coming out every month, month to month, and just play whatever's in the catalogs and libraries or game services or game subscription services. It's a whole new world. Um, that was a tangent, and I am getting back to what I was talking about with playthroughs and streams. But yeah, to reemphasize that one last time, not a lot coming out this year, so maybe eventually get back to games I started but didn't finish, like Disco Elysium, Star Ocean Last Hope. But the focus will be on shorter games until I'm done with all of those, and then onto the bigger fish, maybe. And then I have a way to play and make content. Wow, cannot I keep effing bleh. And I don't edit these, so it's like I'm just gonna. It's like a one shot, so it's like F it, dude. But like I was usually let me try to say that again. I have a way to play and make content for more games now, so I will try to figure out a system to implement so I don't overwhelm myself. Currently, I've got Xbox 360, Xbox One, Series X, PS4, PS5, and any PS1, 2, 3 classics that can be bought off the PSN store on PS5. PC stuff up to 360, PS3 era, and modern stuff that doesn't require high specs to play like Gwent. So because of the Series X, like the way you can stream stuff, like I said, any 360 stuff that's backwards compatible, and Xbox One stuff because it's backwards compatible, and then Series S and Series X stuff, you can stream it off of that. But then also I have a 360 sitting over here, so I could hook that up and try to stream off of that. And then PS4 and PS5 because that's backwards compatible mostly, and then whatever PS1, 2, 3 classics are on that get added to the PS5. I almost broke down and bought a PS2 this week, dude. Like the PS2 Slim, because I got I got a payment from my YouTube monetization. It was burning a hole in my pocket, and I was like, oh man, there's not enough classics. But then I was like thinking to myself, I just need to like give that time to like build on that. Is what hopefully it does, because like right now it's just like what Wild Arms and I think Oddworld are the only two games I have that are on there. So look forward to that stuff too. As they add more classics, I'll be playing those and stuff. And then yeah, my PC, I got those both out of storage, so I finally have those hooked up for the first time in forever. And oh man, I got such a crazy story about that. So I'm done with the playthrough and stream section, so I'll go ahead and just go off on this tangent here. But so my PCs, right? So it's like neither of them can be upgraded to Windows 11, but my laptop I'm on, which I'm recording this vlog to right now, can, and I've already upgraded to Windows 11. So it's like my PCs are like stuck on Windows 10. My laptop can run Windows 11, but it's not a gaming laptop, and it has like no GPU, but it can still play Gwent, but it's not like. I mean, I haven't tried to like. Well, I guess there's no video card, so I'm not sure how the streaming on that would work, but I've never tried to. I mean, I've tried to use like Elgato to stream stuff with it, which I believe worked, which is why I believe the reason I bought this. But then I can also use my PCs to do that now, specifically like my main one, because I know it's more powerful enough to do it. So that's why I'm like hoping, or not hoping, but like that's why I have this section here, because like I mean up to PS3 360 era, because it can't really run anything beyond that, because the video card's just not there. So I do want to eventually get like a better gaming PC, and but I'm not gonna try to like play anything like modern, or I guess I shouldn't say modern, like any 4K 60, 4K 30 stuff, because the price is not really worth it, especially since I've already got a PS5 and Series X. It's like that's what those are for. And if I do get like another, well, I do plan on getting another PC. I just wanted to like be more powerful, so it should be fine. And then just like 1440p, I think I'll probably like have like get it to like where it's spec'd for like higher, like 4K 30. I mean those are really expensive, so I'm like not sure, but it'll probably like be above what it's actually like playing when I play through stuff. Is like, because I think like I'm just gonna go for like a 1440p, like something something that can like run 1440p stuff like easily and like smooth, as opposed to like 4K, because like 4K is like really expensive. So I'll probably end up getting something that does 4K though. That way it does the 1440p stuff like even more smooth, or like more optimal, or without any issues. And then I still got like the huge Steam library and GOG library, so I can play all those classics and play, like I said, all that stuff that's PS3 360 era, like up to that, because anything beyond that, those games I'll just buy it on PS5 and Xbox. and then stream them on there and not worry about trying to stream it off of PC unless it's like only on PC or it's like a Switch PC game that's not on PlayStation or Xbox. That's that. So that's the plan. And also stuff like Gwent and the Throne, or not Gwent and the Throne, Gwent and the Mage. I can't think of the name. The expansion that just came out for Gwent, but that stuff. Because I've been playing a lot of Gwent recently, so I would like to buy the expansion and stream it and then play through that. So yeah, that's the plan. And then like I said, I will try to eventually figure out a system and implement it so I don't get overwhelmed because there's like so many games. And it's like I think right now where it's like I've got the thing where I had like JRPGs, but now I'm switching to shorter games. It's like I think I'm going to just make a list of like all my games. Maybe not all of them, but like all the shorter ones, like I said, and just like focus on like, just clearing out a bunch of shorter games in the backlog. And then just focus on like a bunch of games that are like, 12 hours or less, stuff like that. That would be very doable, or just seem like the best way to like start. And then just I guess like focus on like the more modern stuff, and then just go from like modern to like older. Yeah, or like the more recent to like older stuff, and then just like go through that way. And so once I've cleared like the shorter stuff, then start working on the longer stuff. And then I also thought this weekend I was thinking about this. I was thinking about like games I want to finish, or not. Or like it's like a weird way to. It's essentially like just like a bucket list style where it's like I want to play this game before I die. So it's like before, because I was thinking about this when I was looking at all these PS2s on eBay. I was like, well, I don't really need a PS2 because I have one. I just need to fix it. I've got a PS3. I just need to fix it, or I need to hook up or get my other PS3 that actually works and then hook it up. Then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's like I've got all these games, right? And it's like some of them I haven't played, some of them I would like to play, and then some of them I would really like to play, and I just haven't got around to playing them. And then I was like, dude, some of these games, like KOTOR 1 and 2, I've played those, and like for like a long time, I had not played them, and I had them, and I was just like, they're just sitting around, and I hadn't played them, and I played them, and like they're effing awesome. So I was like, man, like there's so many games I have where it's like I was like want to play through these, or series I want to play, I haven't played, and I like want to play through these, and I just haven't played them. And I've heard like from like so many people like how like amazing and awesome they are, that I need to come up with like a list of games like this, and then just call it like my death list of like games or series of games I want to play before I die. So I will start working on that as well, and then I'll probably like implement that too, to where like that gets, that gets shuffled into the list somehow, and then just like go off like a bunch of all these different lists and just like rotate through all these games and like be playing them, and then be putting them up on the channel, and yeah. Um, and I guess like beyond that, I kind of do. I mean, I don't, but it's like I think about this a lot as far as like branching out into like video reviews, just because it's like um, that is something I kind of have an interest in. I just haven't done it, so that I would like to incorporate that at some point. But that being said, let me move on to the next section, which is vlogs, and no new vlogs. I have ideas for other things that aren't vlogs per se, but I've decided if I have any new stuff I want to try doing, I'll wait until January before starting to work on it, which is kind of like what I'm going to do going forward on the channel. Is like if I get an idea, but it's like too ambitious or too big, I'll just shelve it until the next year, and then just I'll like write it down or something, or put it in like this document, and then or make like a document on my phone with like all my YouTube ideas and stuff, and then that way I can always come back to it. But it's like like right now it's just like there's it's too much influx on the channel, or there's too much going on, or just don't have time to try it out or whatever. So yeah, that's that. How to do DIY and other stuff. Nothing to report as previously stated. Mostly gaming lately, and then changes to stuff on the channel. Like I said at the top of the video, I mentioned something about stuff set to private and the full Tekken experience last time. But I just meant making my likes public, which you can't do anymore. So forget or not forget, but that's not a thing. But then I did go to like something on the wow, my voice. I did change something because there was like some setting. I was looking through all the settings to like make everything public. And I think it's like some of the playlist I had saved or some of the playlist I liked was like set to private or something, and that's set to public now at least. So there's that. So if you want to check that stuff out, it's on the channel. Uh, but yeah, been wanting to make a new channel trailer for some time. We'll try and get this done by January, and then I kind of wanted to have a soft reboot for the channel for next year and a complete revamp in 2025. We'll try to work towards this goal. That being said, YouTube Academy went away, and I planned on using that for this goal. It's still something that could be done, just not in the same way I had planned. So I talked about this like a bunch in the past as far as like the YouTube Academy. I kind of want to go like lesson by lesson and just like implement each one into the channel, but I just never got around to it. And then like they took it down. I mean, there's still like some like the lessons and stuff on the thing. It's just like the way it's like implemented into YouTube itself is like not called the YouTube Academy anymore. So it's like there's some of that stuff still there, but it's like they're in a different way. So it's like I can still do that. It's just it's just not the same implementation on how I do this. So it's like I'll try to get around to that. And then as far as like changes to the channel, it's like I just it's like my channel is like so bloated, right? Like there's so many different things, and it's like I feel like I don't want to make another channel because I would just make it more of a headache. So it's like there's all these different things as far as like ideas I've had as far as like wanting to implement them into the channel, but I just haven't had the time or just the energy or just I haven't started to work on it or just like it's like been in like permanent brainstorm phase. So I like mentioned that in the last thing as far as like I kind of like want to just make a document on my phone, and every time I get like an idea, just like start putting all these ideas down, and then like every year if I can in January just like start implementing more stuff onto the channel like the way I would like it to be, because there's all these different directions I kind of want to go in as far as like content or like on the channel or like community or whatever. I never take the time to do it, and it's just yeah, it's just like I like in the back of my head I'm like, man, I would kind of like to do this, or I kind of like to do that, or I'd like to do content like this or content like that. Like like I said in the vlog section, like I have stuff that's like not vlogs per se. Like I would like to do some more podcasting and stuff, but I just it's just I haven't got around to it. So it's like I I would probably at some point, because 2025 in my brain I'm like, okay, at that point I'll be like 40, and I would like to have the channel be like set with like the content I do and I'm putting out, and like be very like solid in that as far as like you come to the channel and like you know what to expect and like what's on it, and I can like put out the content, and then it, like or it's like it's I can consistently finally at some point get all the content that I'm trying to make on the channel on a consistent basis, and then like my brand will finally be like a known quantity as far as like you come to the channel and like I have a trailer that's like here's what's on the channel, and like you know what to expect, but I'm still like building towards that. So this is basically just like the beginning of that and me trying to like get to where I want to be as far as that goes. But that's like way off, but that's just like a way like this is like why I'm putting it here, because it's like a way far off goal, but it's like if I start now I can start building towards that. So that's the plan. And now we're in IRL stuff, and that's how I get there, because it's like as we can see, I'm in my new apartment because I moved out, and then even though COVID's still around, but it's gonna be here forever because it's endemic. So it's like that's whatever. It's a whole other can of worms. And it's just the it's just trying to survive in the hellscape that is America. And there are good days and bad days. Sometimes it gets better, sometimes it gets worse, and then hopefully over time it's just a positive trajectory, but I'm very negative about things right now. So, you know, I don't really feel like talking about it because last time I was very, everything sucks all the time. It just feels that way. And it's just like, yeah. So it's just like one thing at a time as far as like all the existential things and crises that are, bigger things than I like individually can really have an impact on. So it's like I kind of have to like it. I guess like from like in that respect, it's like it's like a meta thing, right? Like I'm trying to think like of a game analogy where it's like I guess I shouldn't use a game analogy, but like uh I guess not. I shouldn't say but basically it's like or I guess not think of it in terms like of a meta thing, but like think of it in terms of like if you've ever seen the Powers of 10 video and it's like you start and like the guy in the park and then like it just goes zooming out to like the universe and like whatever. It's like I can only affect what affects or like I'm only going to worry about the stuff that like I can have an impact on. And then like I mean that's not the only thing I'm going to worry about, but it's like that's what I'm going to like worry about the most as far as like what affects me on an individual level that I can actually have some sort of like effect on. And then try not to, well, I guess like try not to, but I can't help it but worry about like all the other stuff. But it's like or just that's like the main thing I can focus on to like try and have a positive impact and change on. And then like the farther stuff out gets, it's like yeah, you can still like kind of impact those things, but just like not as much because it's not like I'm a oligarch or billionaire that can just like pour tons of money or resources into that stuff. So it's like yeah, it still sucks and everything, but like maybe it gets better, and then don't stress as much about it. But it's like I can't help on that stuff. I'm a very worrisome person, and yeah, like I've been saying the last couple of China tickets, it's just like all the um, nihilism, fatalism, existential dread, and just like converging of just like oh climate change and all the fires everywhere as the planet burns and gets hotter, or just the Ukraine war, um, the Republicans and their theocratic autocracy, and so yeah, all these things are yeah suck, and you know I mean that's the thing is like there's like all these like things where it's just like everything it just like feels like everything sucks and there's like no positive. But they're I mean I don't know. I guess it's just like I feel like such a doomer sometimes. It's like it's very hard to get like any positiveness when there's so much negativity. Is what I'm trying to get at. That's the point I'm trying to make. But it's like I don't know. I guess like enjoy the positives when you can or like when they happen. Whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, IRL stuff. It's just the same from like it's just a continuation of last time because it's basically just. I mean, yeah, it's looking like there's going to be some, movement possibly on the reconciliation stuff and like stuff moving through, but then it's like there's still the Supreme Court supermajority, so it's like all right, the Dems got one, but like at the end of the day, there's still, there's still that giant cloud of suck hanging over everything. Where just it's like that's like I don't know. I guess like in the back of my mind, I'm just like let's just get through the midterms and see like how bad things get right until it's like we can get to the next chapter of how bad this stuff gonna suck all the time for the next 2 to 4 years, right? So yeah, too many geopolitical existential threats to just like I don't know. It's like I wish I could just like scale it down to like focus on like the smaller stuff, but it's like all the bigger stuff affects the smaller stuff, so it's just a giant effing mess. It sucks. But hey, at least I've got all my video games to play right until effing, or like, or not until effing, but like as it hopefully gets better over time. Best channel we're taking for this month. I think that's pretty much it. So, you know, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, uh, share with your friends or not. that's cool. Whatever. Links to all the stuff in the bottom, and then yeah. So until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching, and I'm now signing off.